So a lot of people want to know what takes place in an intro private. It's actually pretty nice. First, we just talk. I'm here with my client Susan, and we're taking her through an intro private. And at first, we just really talk and kind of figure out what issues she's had and really help her to define her goals in more detail. So number one, we start with goals. Number two, we do the intake form to make sure we're accounting for her injuries and modifying things accordingly. The next part of the intro private is the exercise. So really, Susan's just going to lie down here. She's on the reformer now. She's going to lie down on her side and then roll onto her back. That was seamless. And then she's just going here to something called footwork. So she's on her heels. She's reaching her arms down long, and then she just presses back. So this really helps to tone her legs. And there's different varieties of places we put her feet and all this other good stuff to just make it a little bit harder. And the thing about Pilates is that you always have to think about what you're doing, so it makes the time go really fast. All right, and then go ahead and come all the way in. And then she's moving to her tippy toes. And she's gonna press out and stay here. And then this is what we like to call a nicey-nicey. So she's going to just really stretch the back of her legs. This feels really great. Her heels lower and lift. And she'd do a few more of these. And then you're alternating. So you're gonna lower one heel, bend one knee, switch. And then from there. So this really helps to stretch out. It's resolved so many. I've had dozens of clients over the 12 years that I've owned studios where they've resolved their plantar fasciitis from a lot of it's due to this exercise, but also just Pilates in general. So both heels lower, and then bend your knees all the way in and return in. And then we just have, we're gonna do a couple of ab exercises here. And a lot of times, you know, a lot of people think that you have to do exercise that's super strenuous, but the great thing about Pilates, and especially here at 15 to Fit, we do really like classical and combined in with contemporary Pilates. We have a very unique system here that gets people results quickly. But this exercise, I'm gonna have her grab the small loops. It works so many muscle groups at once. But in Pilates, it's so efficient. So right now, this position here is just really helping her stretch her chest, okay? Her legs are gonna draw into tabletop, her ankles and knees glue together, and then she's pulling her hands down by her hips. Good, and then resting back. So I'm just gonna have you keep your head down the whole time, and she's pulling her arms down. So you can see this really helps people with neck problems and back problems because gravity is helping her assist her in releasing her spine, but she's strengthening her back muscles. And this brilliant system of Pilates is helping her, again, open her chest up. So it kind of aligns you at the same time that it's strengthening you in the correct position. That's great. And then return it. That's it. All right, and then you're gonna lower your knees down. And go ahead and rest. So next Susan is moving to, and especially in an intro private, this is such a great way to start because we give you this individual attention and help you figure out what to do with all this equipment. But your hand's gonna go here, and then you're gonna put your feet right there in your arch, and then in the other one. It's awesome, good. Okay, so your triceps and palms press into the mat, your heels go together, your toes go apart, you inhale, bend your knees in, and then exhale, press your legs out. That's good. So again, this exercise is fantastic. It's going to stretch her back, it works her inner thighs, it really works on pelvic stabilization, so it helps her control her abs and to keep her pelvis stable. Pressing, and then return and press out and stay. And then we do some nice stretches here too. So her legs are up, and she's just gonna hold on to the ropes and gently stretch her legs like that. Yeah, and then return. Good, and that's it. And then go ahead and bend your knees in and grab those and take those off. That's great. So you get all that transition help too on an intro private, and then go ahead and bend your knees in, and then come on up. Very good. Our new clients love the intro private. They get their goals defined, we help them figure out how to modify their exercises, and they get results right from the word go. So what did you think, Susan?
I felt my core engaged, I felt all stretched out, and additional movement that I haven't been able to feel before, and I can't wait to come back.